Okay, guys, hello. So, I titled this as kind of a part two to the last audio that I uploaded, titled um, Getting Rid of Old Belief and bringing in unlimited possibilities. I can't remember the exact words in the title, but it's out with old beliefs and in with unlimited possibilities. And I was just talking about, um, the main idea was talking about this notion that we have to work for money. And while I'm still working on getting rid of that idea myself, I just wanted to upload the audio of saying that all of that having to work, and hustle, whether you have three, four different ways of getting income, if you have to use so much of your time, so much of your energy trying to work for a paycheck, that's what I was talking about, kind of moving away from because it's actually keeping you it's making you exhausted and it's keeping you from truly getting back to your authentic self because you're spending so much time um believing everything you see because you have to work, you have to do this, you have to do that, you're busy all day, and you're not really able to see what's really real. Only thing that most of us focus on, and I'm talking about we as people right now, only thing most of us focus on is what's fake, and that's this um, perceived perceived physical world. It's not even real, and so when we understand it's not really real, we're living inside of a hologram. We're inside of a computer simulation. We are basically avatars. I've actually, when I meditate, I see visions of people because my self awareness is growing strong. I see visions of people that they look like computers, like how you would see a hologram of somebody, like if somebody was to put a hologram of a celebrity on stage and you can still kind of see that it's not really a real person. That's how when I meditate and I see people in my visions, I see people like that because now my awareness is getting so strong that I am aware that we are avatars, that this physical world is not really real. um, our beliefs as our collective beliefs are making things what they are. It's collective beliefs. It's collective thoughts agreeing on one thing, and so many people agree on one thing, and then it makes that particular thing um, powerful, such as having to work to make money instead of us understanding that we are the real gods. And I know that's going to be offensive to some. So if somebody prefers to believe in another concept, another religion, instead of really understanding that they are the real God, then this is probably not the audio for them because I'm over, you know, where at this point I just want to say what I believe on this channel. Um, and so now here is where I'm going, elsewhere I'm going with this. Um, Out with the old and in with the new. It has to happen. Um, t- I made a also in the audio. I talked about what's happening to a lot of black women that have lost their government jobs and now they are in shelters. No telling what's happening to them. Um, you know, and the same thing with the food stamp thing too. But see, that thing that's dealing with welfare and food stamps, that's been going on for over a year. So, this is not a judgment on those who have not prepared, but they should have prepared because this problem has been going on with welfare since Trump got in office. It's been women who are losing their welfare and losing their homes and places to stay, and their children were on the streets. But see, once again, black people don't care, but specifically black women don't care about the plight of other black women. Had there been a bunch of black men kicked out their house and laying on the streets and it made worldwide news, black women would be somewhere marching to make sure these guys were okay. But because these are black mothers and black children out on the streets, and I saw this over a year ago that this was happening, it made worldwide news. And not only that, people are all over YouTube talking about it. But nobody ever cares enough about the black women and children. And so, so black women did not prepare, and I'm talking about those who are kind of losing out on food and stuff and food stamps. This has been kind of going on for over a year, and like I said, not a judgment because I have to work on things for myself, but I have to take accountability for for the things that I do too. And this is what I'm talking about. The black people were aware this was happening a while ago, and they did nothing to prepare. And so I can't really say a whole lot about that. But this thing with this government shutdown, and a lot of these women who are now, and you notice this women is a whole lot of women and children, unmarried women, um, and children. You don't hear much about these men. A lot of them work for the government too. But a lot of these women are filling up these shelters, these black women. And the reason why I say out with the old, in with the new, and it has to happen, is because as hard as this may be to hear, and I don't mean to be malicious by saying it, a lot of these women, and I'm not talking about the specific ones that we saw on the news. Not that I watch the news, but I saw a clip from YouTube. But a lot of these women constantly gave their energy to their men who devour their women and children. They constantly defended their men. They constantly cover up these men's mess. They never wanted to call these men out. And so I'm saying out with the old and in with the new because I'm not trying to say who deserved what. What I'm saying is it had to happen some kind of way. So if we can agree that a lot of these women who have been covering up these men's mess, not caring that they devour their own children, not caring that they molest little girls and molest little boys, not caring that they're shooting up the neighborhoods and killing innocent people, and always want to cover and protect these guys and allow them in and out their houses. I'm saying that something had to happen to remove these women in order to remove these men. Okay, and I've said that many times before. Something's going to have to happen with these women, okay, because they are the ones that keep protecting the guys that are devouring women and children and other men. Okay, these a lot of women keep protecting them and covering for them and marching for them. And so something has to happen to move them out the way so these guys can be taken care of, so these guys can be properly handled. And unfortunately, we're starting to see it in this form. Okay, so it's not me, saying that they deserve what's going on with this government shutdown. What I'm simply acknowledging is that everything that we say it has to happen, that these ladies have to move out the way. They keep protecting these guys. They don't listen. They do not take warnings. It's been a few women, actually it's been a lot of women, but it's probably few today, that have been trying to warn these ladies to stop investing in these women, these men, to divest from these men, to divest from them. And a lot of these ladies wanted to fight back with the women who try so hard to warn these ladies to being so stop being a mule for these men who don't care about you, who don't provide. But these women, and to this day, I kid you not, to this day, right now, black women see everything that's going on and they still would defend these guys. I'm not interested in defending anybody. I really don't defend anybody. But black women to this day, seeing everything that's going on, would still defend these guys. That's what I'm saying. It's a serious problem with self-hatred going on. At that point, when you see women and children on the streets and they in shelter and they flooding the shelters, whether they had a job or not, and you still want to take up for these black men, that's a serious problem with self hate. That is a serious problem with self hate. Okay. And we can name all the reasons why. I mean, we go through the reasons why these ladies have been indoctrinated, but the point of the matter is that uh, there's a major shift happening, and nobody is no longer waiting on black women to get the point. Nobody's waiting any longer on the black women to get the point. So we can list all these reasons why black women make do the things that they do for these men and mule all we want to. Because we know that reasons exist. We know there are reasons. But the fact of the matter is that nobody's having patience for black women anymore. Not even the planet, okay? Not even the divine mother, not even the divine feminine. Nobody, no entity, nothing that is having patience for black women anymore. None. So that's why I'm no longer making excuses because there's no more patience for black women. There's no more patience because and it's not because of who they are. See, the truth of the matter is, black women are hated all over the world because they defend and protect a group of men that are unproductive. And not only are they unproductive, they protect a group of men that hate them. Okay? That's why black women are hated all over the world. Okay? If they can just simply think about themselves and put themselves first and respect themselves and tell these guys to kick rocks and stop having their babies, then you will see a change in how other people react to black women. But the fact of the matter is, there's no more patience left for them because it is still a majority of them that still want to protect and defend these men, even with what they seeing now with these ladies on the streets because of the government shutdown. They'll still defend these black men. And you know why? Because they don't care about themselves. They don't care about their image. They don't care about black women and girls. That's why you can see them defending R. Kelly, knowing goodness well he had a sex cult with little underage girls. That's why you can see them still defending R. Kelly, because they are full of self-hatred. And regardless of all the reasons how they were indoctrinated, we can go all the way back to thousands, 100,000 years. The fact of the matter is, there's no more patience. There's no more grace for these black women. There's no more grace left. That's it. And for that reason, I can no longer sugarcoat anything when I am aware that black women have run out of grace. They have run out of grace, protecting a group of men that have been unproductive for so long, and abandoned their children. That is the ultimate offense to abandon your children in droves. And black women still cover for them. And black women have simply ran out of grace. That's just the bottom line. They have simply ran out of grace. Okay? And so I'm going to end this with saying, as awful as this looks, it looks like everything that we've been saying about what's going to happen to black women because of what they keep caping for these guys is happening in this type of form. Because I guarantee you, a lot of those ladies are not only religious, but they cape for black men like nobody's business. I can guarantee it. And so, but I'm not one to say who deserves what because that's not for me to decide. But I will say that I've said many times that a lot of black women are going to have to be removed in order for the Tommy Sotomayors and the Obsidians and all these other guys, in order for those guys to be removed, and just guys who just abandon their children, and the terrorists and the rapists, in order for them to be removed, you have to get rid of the hosts. You have to get rid of their protectors, and that just happen to be black women. And so we're seeing it happening in this form, and it's unfortunate. But even with that said, you guys let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.